right, welcome to the third review of the evening. Up this time is Flatland Volume 2. If you'll recall our Flatland Volume 1 review done not too long ago, uh, Flatland is a series of minimalist, masochistic platformers where you are a square who is doing square things. And
it's Super Neon Boy.
yeah. Like, I don't know, the bullet points here try to give a plot, or like, okay, help Square in crossing the most dangerous part of the Flatland, the flooded wells.
Yeah, like, apparently there's a plot here, but it's not visible in the game.
I'm like, and
I only found out that there was a plot after I was done and decided to go look and see, just to check and see what there was that I had missed.
Like, and yeah, I don't think it matters that this has a plot. Like, because, look at the thing. Yeah, apologies for not having gameplay footage. I thought I sent this to Petty, but apparently I didn't. So, trailer footage here. But, if you remember Flatland Volume 1, it looks like that a lot. It's just, I'd say the biggest difference is there's more of it. Not just in terms of length, but there's a lot more effects going on here. Like, I don't remember any fireworks spooters in Volume 1. Like, I did play a bit of this to see if this was radically different in any way, and I'd say the most difference that I saw was in the bonus collectibles. Because they've in Volume 1, those were just kind of hanging around, or they were not hidden, but out of the way, and they were in the main levels, and sometimes there was a alternate path to a bonus level. That's all here. Like, you have to go to a bonus level to get the collectible, and you have to get it, and you have to go back and not die. That was what was most stark. But Gollix here is providing the meat of this review, and it's his first Flatland. So, how did you take to it?
I mean, I'm not that big on masochist platformers anyway, and this got okay. The actual stages weren't that hard at first, but the not every stage, but several stages have these little cube things that if you jump into them, you get put into a challenge level where you have to get to the end of the challenging zone to collect the thing and also bring it back to the entrance. And those got really hard by about the fourth one, at least for me. Possibly because the controls didn't quite feel perfect to me. I don't know. It's hard to describe. If it wasn't like slippery, but it was a little loose, I think. And this is obviously a very precise platforming thing, seeing as how large quantities of everything are composed of spikes or things that otherwise kill you.
Right.
Yeah, I have a hard time of the run, jump, die, learn, repeat. I have trouble with the learn thing in a quick thing like this sometimes. I don't know why. That said, it wasn't that bad. It's certainly visually very striking. Also, in addition to the main story mode, there are other modes. There's one mode that just lets you replay the challenge stages, which I don't know if there's a purpose for that. There's one, if you're watching the video, there are these things with this giant glowing white eye-shaped thing that follows you. Yep. There's an entire mode based on that, where you have to make your way through the stages while not getting hit by it as it tries to follow you, I think.
Yeah, that was in the first game, though it was a different object.
Yeah, I think that probably shows up in later stages. And then there's also a time attack mode for people who are, good enough at it to go fast. Also, there is a run button, I think, in this, which was a little bit weird for me. Like, I felt like I should be going fast enough already,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you run to get more distance.
Yeah, but it felt like, okay, I'm the kind of person who in Mario just always holds the run button down.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a little bit difficult for me to adjust to needing to turn on to go further, but also needing to turn it off to, fall through narrow spiky shafts without doinking myself on the side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, that's what it felt like. The music is about what you'd expect. I think synthwave is the word, but don't quote me on that. Let's see. What do you guys have any questions or observations or things about how it might be different from the first one?
I've already provided mine.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Like you just described Flatland 1 to me, basically.
Yeah, I haven't played 1, so I can't tell you that much about what's changed, but I mean, it seems like it's probably a lot more of the same, and with different specific things. It may get a little bit like there was some stuff fairly early on that seemed like it wanted me to do the thing where you like cling to a wall, jump, dash, and cling to the other side of the wall, and then jump off that to get to solid ground.
Mm-hmm.
There was one challenge stage that really seemed to want to do that, but then it came up in a regular stage too, I think.
Yep.
So it's challenge. Perhaps they're making it get harder quicker because it's this second or third game in the series.
Second.
Okay, you said something about an intermission or something, so I wasn't sure.
The third game is Prologue.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're in this for the plot, then you have a better skill at discerning the plot of this game than I do, I think.
If you're in this for the plot, can we pick your brain for a little while?
Well, like I said, apparently there's a plot.
Right.
But it's not evident in the gameplay so far as I saw, so...
I mean, it probably is. It's just, because, look at this thing. It's pure...
Yeah, and text isn't art.
Yeah. It's pure abstract minimalism. So, of course, conveyance of actual plot might be a bit difficult in this medium.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
so yeah, I really don't have a whole ton to say about this, I guess. I found it a little bit frustrating and difficult, but also I haven't played the previous ones, and I'm not great with masochist platformers, so...
Oh. I mean...
I should keep track of what kinds of game I say I'm not great with, though. I feel like I'm coming across as an extremely unskilled gamer.
Yeah. This game... I think the biggest surprise for me was the music, because the soundtrack from... Listen, it's a lot jazzier and more easy listening than the first one, which was much more techno, as you'd expect.
Yeah, the music was smooth. It wasn't too hype.
Yeah. And in terms of pricing, well, it's the same price as the first chapter, or volume, or however you want to define this. and strangely, this one hasn't been given a new name because Flatland Volume 1 is now Flatland A New Hope, and Flatland Prologue used to be Volume 0. This is just still Volume 2. Couldn't tell you why, but
The world
Flatland
may
Volume
never
2,
know.
yeah, Volume 2 is $5. It comes in a bunch of bundles. The platform, we can't really speak on the jumpers and beaters. That is what it's called. I think we mentioned that last time. And the all mini-mall games bundles. The Flatland collection will probably, I think we'll be able to issue a ruling when we get around to Prologue. But honestly, just looking at price, it's your best bet at $9.32 for all three.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that being said, do you think Flatland Volume 2 is worth $5?
Yeah, I think so. There seemed to be, it looked like there was a lot to go from how far I got. So, yeah, for $5, it's fine.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I think that'll about do it for Flatland Volume 2 here. Be sure to tune in after the break as we will be reviewing Hunter X.